Welcome back to Let's Talk. I'm Maggie.
I'm Doris. Today we are going to talk about international perspectives.
Before we start, let's see what's happening between Ian and his French classmate, Paul.
Hey Paul, do you know about African swine fever?
Bien sûr, only heard that from the Daily Show.
Speaking of the Daily Show, you remind me of Brian.
C'est qui? Who's Brian?
He is the Taiwanese talk show host. I learned a lot about international affairs from his show. I also love the show so much, but it stopped broadcasting.
Oh, what a shame! Nowadays, it is important for high school students to keep posted about what's happening in the world.
Then, how about we develop our own way to help high school students have better global visions?
That's definitely what we are going to do. So today, our topic is
Our way to know the world.
A comedic way to motivate high school students' international perspectives.
This is our outline. Now, let's start with the research purposes.
In our project, we wanted to understand how familiar and interested the high school students in Taiwan are in international affairs, analyze the most attractive way for them to learn about global issues, and see how that way changes their understanding of the world.
For these purposes, we designed 3 research questions. First, we try to understand the familiarity and interest of high school students in international affairs. Then find out what the best way is to attract high school students to learn about global issues. Lastly, we ask high school students how this new way changed their understanding of the world.
The concepts of our project are also highly related to our subject. In modern education and international cultures, we learn to respect multiculturalism. In international affairs analysis, we are getting used to reading English news and literature. In civics, we learn to be a responsible world citizen. In Project English, we have learned how to organize and present our study. All of courses help us to stand here sharing with you today.
We use literature reviews, interviews, and questionnaires to work on our study questions. Looking over the literature, we gained a more comprehensive and understanding of international perspectives. A world-famous commentator, Omai Genji, once defined global perspectives as knowing what is happening in the world, expressing our opinions, and caring for international affairs.
The following are some reasons why we should care about international affairs. First, we can cultivate the language abilities and the abilities to think and judge. Secondly, we can know more about others' cultures and histories, learn from their experiences, and find solutions to many problems.
Better yet, we can expand our global mobility. People with global perspectives adapt well when studying or working abroad. Finally, we are able to create relationships with people. It's global perspectives that bring people from different countries together.
To cultivate our global perspectives, we can make friends with the world through the internet and the social media. According to the King Car Cultural and Educational Foundation, there are almost 57% of high school students in Taiwan use cell phones to watch videos online. One of their favorite programs is entertaining, funny talk shows.
We therefore did 2 surveys to find out if this kind of show is teenagers' favorite and to better understand how teenagers learn about global issues. In Survey 1, we invited 250 students to help finish the questionnaire with 4 dimensions: the understanding, familiarity, involvement of international affairs, and the most common ways teenagers use to learn about global issues. In Survey 2, we showed a video clip to 44 high school students and gave them a pre-test about African swine fever. After watching the video, they were given a post-test with some questions to see if they understand the topic better.
Let's look at the first chart. The percentages of cultures, environmental issues, and social issues of Taiwan are all higher than those of the other countries. And as shown in Table 2, over half the students find it interesting to learn about the following aspects of people around the world: ways of living, cultures, values, and tourist attractions in other countries.
Thus, from the result, we can infer that high school students in Taiwan are able to understand current issues, most of which, however, are mostly related to Taiwan, for they are not provided proper way to understand international issues.
In this chart, we can see that the students in Taiwan are most familiar with the issues, gender equality and then climate change. The next chart shows that the high school students in Taiwan have participated in different campaigns about international affairs, among which the percentage of saving energy is 68%, which is the highest.
From the result, we can know that the students are familiar with certain topics because they appeared in many kinds of media. So if they are given more ways to learn international affairs, they can do it very well.
Now, let's move on. As you see, the most common internet programs that high school students tend to watch are comedy talk shows. After analyzing the data, we found that it is humorous online programs that high school students love most. So, we came up with an idea to make our own comic talk show. To make it happen, we interviewed a famous comedian in Taiwan, Guo Ziqian, who cordially gave us many suggestions.
First, for the content of the comedy talk show, Mr. Guo suggested that we create punchlines and also popular slang words to attract youngsters. He thought that the best materials were from our daily lives. In addition, we could present some serious issues with simple words and examples, making it easier for the teenagers to understand.
Mr. Guo also said that the pace of our show should be fast because we must attract viewers' attention at the very beginning. Some issues could be presented in an exaggerated way. For example, if we wanted to talk about African swine fever, we can even dress up as a pig.
In the end, Mr. Guo said, "A man who never made a mistake never made anything. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, especially when you are still young. Be brave and just do it!" So, based on his suggestions, we have made our own comic talk show about African swine fever and uploaded it to YouTube. To our surprise, the number of the viewers had reached up to more than 2,000 within a week.
As the table shows, the correct rate of history, infection, influences, and prevention policy increased in the second test, which indicates our video did help them understand the topic better.
Besides, these two charts here show that over half of them considered the video interesting and were willing to watch it in the future.
After all these efforts, we have the following conclusions. First, compared to local issues, high school students are less interested in and familiar with international affairs. Second, a comical talk show about international affairs can help high school students have a better understanding of international affairs.
Based on the conclusion, we have following suggestions. First, if the students are provided with more chances to participate in international activities, such as international volunteers, educational visits to foreign countries, they are able to learn more about the world.
In addition, since coming program online is the main access that students use to learn about international issues, students should be encouraged to watch coming talk show about current issues.
What's better, creative students can even make comedic talk show to not only help themselves but more students to learn about global issues through their understanding of the world.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We made a comedy talk show entitled
Let's Talk!
Talking about current global issues, and we will keep uploading our video clips to YouTube regularly, making every effort to attract high school students to learn international affairs.
With our own way to know the world, we want high school students like us to not only cultivate international perspectives, but also be more globally competent.
If you are interested in our topic and want to know more, the following are references. And if you enjoyed today's Let's Talk, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe our channel. And
we will catch you guys next time.
Bye bye. Bow.
Thank
Thank you.